Too many thoughts on my mind, I can't sleep at night, so I just keep writing. I don't need no help, I don't need opinions, so don't waste my time then. I just been living online, my city don't show me no love and that's fine. Fuck local radio stations, I got more plays than all of these rappers combined. I'm going.
Hello people and welcome to another video. I want to say thank you to Growth Studio for the request to do a running cost video. So that's what this is today, and I'm going to take you through each cost that I think is associated with the ownership of the car. There's the two biggest costs that I experienced with this car, I think are going to be very unique to me, and that is going to be the finance and insurance for the car. So my costs for finance and insurance are probably going to be a lot different to what you're going to experience. So I don't think there's no point me really covering that in this video. But I'll talk about all the other costs that I think are associated to running costs and a monthly payment. So when it comes to finance, it really does matter on how much you put down, how much the balloon payment is, what type of finance you do. But of course you might not even be financing, you might be paying cash for the car, so it's really unique and personal to yourself. When it comes to insurance as well, insurance is very similar, because again it depends on where you live, it depends on your status, it depends on your job title, everything goes into an insurance quote. So my circumstances could be totally different to yours. So again, there's no point me talking about that. I've got no problem with discussing it. It's no secret to what I pay, but there's just no point. You might as well take everything else from my video, so all the service costs and everything else, and then add on the cost of your insurance and finance, and then now you'll get a perfect understanding of how much these cars are. What I've done is I've actually contacted BMW and just gone through all the service costs with them, so I can give you accurate figures so you get a proper understanding on how much this car is going to cost you. I've actually written it all down as well because there's so many figures and so many numbers, so I thought it's the best way for me to remember it all rather than guess and try and remember on the day I'm actually going to be recording this video. So I'll get straight into it. So the first sort of like cost for running cost is service. That's obviously going to be the biggest one. So if you buy this car from brand new, you have to consider the running in service. Now this is a very important service. It happens at 1200 miles plus or minus 500 miles. It's very important because it can actually void warranty, and it really does affect the resale of the car as well, so it can affect what the car's worth. I read on forums when you go on piston heads and all that lot that people don't get it done, but in my opinion it's really important that you do. So obviously I've had to get that done on this car, so that's quite an expensive service. It's £1,200. It's a lot of money for the first service, and I think it's just basically an oil change and stuff, so it's a really expensive service. So the second service that comes along is at 2 years or 16,000 miles, and that's £327.23. So the next service is called a brake fluid service, and that comes at 3 years, and that's £120. And then the major service, which is the biggie, it comes at 4 years or 37,000 miles, and that's £1,049.15. That's a lot of money. So my Range Rover Sport is half of that, so you have to bear that in mind. For one of these M cars, it is going to cost a lot of money, but like I said, that is at 4 years or 37,000 miles. Now these cars have the onboard computer system, so they actually let you know when things are due. And I've also got the BMW Connect on my phone as well, so that's telling me when stuff's due as well. So you only get it done when the car really tells you to get the services done. So if we're going to base that on 4 years, you're going to keep this car 4 years, that's going to be a total cost of £2,696.38 with the running in service. Now if you're going to buy the car second hand and it's already got say 2,000 or 3,000 miles on the clock, then it's only going to cost you £1,496.38. So it's obviously going to be that £1,200 less. Next thing is going to be tyres. So this car runs Michelin Pilot Super Sports. On the front it's 265 by 30 by ZR 30s, and on the rears it's 285 by 30 by ZR 30s. So each tyre on blackcircles.com is £288.41 for the fronts, and for the rears it's £258.06. So Judging by my experience with running cars, I usually get tyres probably once every 2 years maybe on a main car if you're running it every day. So let's assume you're buying it every 2 years. So that's going to be 2 sets of tyres in a 4 years ownership of the car. So that's going to be £2,185.88. The next is tax. So this is £450 a year. So that's a nice easy one, 450 quid a year. The next one is fuel. Now, if you watched my previous video on fuel, it costs £62.86 per fill up. So if you're using this as a main car, you're pretty much going to be filling it up every week, I would have thought. So, you know, you're going to be saying £62 a week. So a month, that's going to be £272.39. I say these are rough figures because obviously you might be using it more or less than me or whatever. So these are just giving you an idea of what it is. Okay, so over the 4 years, that bundle is going to come to £19,756.98, which makes you fall off your chair. So if you divide that by 48 months, 4 years, it comes to £411.60. That's mental. I've never actually worked it out like that, and that actually is quite scary. 411, but I think if you did that for any car with your tyres and your tax and all that lot, it's going to come to something similar anyway, but it just seems when you work it out like that, it's really scary. So the cost to run this over a 4 year period per month is £411.60. Then you add your finance and then you add your insurance. Obviously you don't need to put your £400 a month away. I don't. So, you know, because you just pay for it as you go. But it gives you an idea of what the running costs of this car are. Now, what I really strongly recommend, anyone looking to buy an M4 new, or if you can get onto a service plan, I highly recommend it. It was £999 for a service plan, 3 year service plan, £999. I mean, it's a no-brainer. You know, even if you're on the running in service, it pays for that instantly. But 3 years, you're going to get everything up to a major service anyway. So I strongly recommend you get the 3 year service plan to save your money. So yeah, so that is really all the running costs that I can think of. I hope that's giving you an idea into the running costs of this car. If you don't want to break it down like that, you know, I've explained the service costs, so you know them. The fuel is going to be 25 miles per gallon, so whatever you're going to be driving. Your tyres, you know, it depends on how many sets you're going to go through, but over 4 years it could be a couple of grand. So that really summarises it. But when you actually work it back and break it all down to per month over from a 4 year period, £411 a month, that's a lot of money. You know, you bang on your finance, you bang on your insurance, and you know, you could be over £1,000 a month for one of these cars. So you need to bear that in mind. I think all cars are going to be like that, of this sort of similar car, like your Mercedes AMGs and all that, and your Audis, your RS4s and stuff. They're all going to be very similar. But yeah, it's scary when you break it down. So if I haven't covered everything and I've missed something, please say in the comments below, because I think I've got everything, but I may have missed something. But yeah, hopefully that's answered your question. And if you want me to explain anything else to you, you know, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll quite happily answer. I'll quite happily do another video. So yeah, hopefully that's answered all your questions, and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.